and gentlemen, welcome to the Arizona Persian Cultural Center. We're happy to host Dr. Noshin Rafieei today. She's going to be making us laugh and cry and all the emotions in between today. I have known Noshin since she was about this tall. I found her to be charming, sparkling, curious through all those years. I'm very fond of her. She's almost like a daughter to me. We bonded, especially most recently. So she was born in 1984, August 5th, so it's coming pretty close. She got her BA degree in psychology, an MA in communication, and PhD in sociology. She's currently a professor at Phoenix College. Throughout all those years, I've known her to be a voracious reader and a writer. I've seen some of her writing. And she's got this wonderful, funny personality about her. We had her over last night, and she was just making us crack all night. So before she gets started though, I wanted to just say a few words about the center. So this center was opened about 3 years ago. It's called the Arizona Persian Cultural Center, but it's open to everyone. The purpose of this center is to just share with everybody else a little bit about our culture and also show that, Persians are not scary, We have pretty sides as well. And talks like this, I think, make us all find things in common and realize that we have more in common than more in contrast. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and turn it over to Dr. Noshin. Please join me in welcoming.
Well, truth be told, I don't need a microphone. I have quite the loud voice naturally. I guess that's a wonderful quality, depends on who you ask. Thank you for coming today. It means the world to me. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm very nervous about this talk because I am being extremely vulnerable about many things that I sometimes do not even want to address with myself. And a part of learning and a part of growing is adapting and learning to be okay when nothing seems to be okay. And again, I just really want to say thank you for being here because it does mean the world to me. So, okay. So the way I'm going to get started is, first and foremost, I just want to, by a show of hands, who here has seen the movie Big Daddy with Adam Sandler? Anybody? Okay. Well, Adam Sandler is my favorite comedian. So in that movie, there is a scene where, I don't know if you remember it, but when I get nervous, sometimes I do need to wear glasses so I can just hide and feel like I can communicate but still feel a little hidden. So sometimes you're gonna see me doing this, and I just figured the best thing to do is maybe even just carry it and hold it. But I want to be okay without my sunglasses because that's the whole point of this talk, not to be scared and to be vulnerable. So at my worst, I might just reach out for this because I will have to do that. So now you'll understand what this means. So I will be 35 years old on August 5th. And while in our very ever-changing society, getting older is not necessarily a good thing, especially for women, I'm looking at this as a blessing. To be able to see 35 is something I never imagined actually believing that was going to happen. And now I'm actually thinking I'm going to be here because I'm standing here right now, shaking and trembling and terrified, but at my most vulnerable, and that's okay. In 2016, I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. And before I started my chemotherapy, I was receiving shots to save my fertility because in a perfect world, in my perfect world, I imagine being married, having 2 little toddlers, little Noshins running after me so I could have a chance at making it better. That's not my reality. It will not be my reality. And that is something I've had to accept. So it's a very painful part of my life, because if I ever were to meet somebody, one of the first honest conversations I need to have with somebody is, if you're looking for babies, you can't look at me. So you gotta go on to the next woman, because I'm not going to be able to give you babies. And that's also very painfully difficult for me. It makes me very, feel less than a woman, and not very, that's not something that makes me happy. But there are many things that I have that I'm very grateful for having. Friends, family, supportive environment. I have many things. I'm not perfect, and I never will claim to be. I've made many mistakes in my life. But I am having a second chance at life, because on July 3rd, 2019, I got a call from the Mayo Clinic telling me that I was approved for a liver transplant at the Mayo Clinic. And 2 years ago, I was told that I'm not going to be alive. So on July 3rd, 2017, when the cancer became stage 4, I was supposed to be in remission, and that didn't happen. But I have surrendered that to what I believe is a higher power. So during my talk, I will refer to God. I have a belief. I believe that there is a higher power. I believe that there is something and someone bigger out there looking out for me. So I'm not going to preach a specific anything, but I have a very strong belief that someone's got to be there with me, because I can't be doing this alone, and I'm not. I've adopted what I have to do to survive, an attitude of gratitude. So in order to really share any of that with you, I want to demonstrate some of the things that have been given to me that have helped me keep fighting. And actually, you know what? I will start off with something. Okay. I have to get deep. So I have many knickknacks, and people who know me know I have too many things. This is my treasure, a troll that my father gave to me on my 8th or 9th birthday. I really can't remember. Her hair actually melted off because we left it in the car, and I thought the world had ended. And my sister Noshin, my dad got her, because in our family, you can't give one sibling a toy without giving the other sibling a toy, because that in itself will ensue a war. And my sister's had purple hair and green eyes, and I didn't get to pick which one was given to me, so I let that battle go. But this is, my father was an engineer, and he would travel, and he was very busy. But on my birthday, how it was arranged, I'm not sure. Possibly even Mom had gotten these for us and given it to Dad to bring out of his briefcase to give to me. But nevertheless, this is my favorite troll in the world, and I have a zillion of them. I don't even know where they are anymore. But this is the one I will never ever throw away. She was given to me, and we glued her hair on 1,000 times. The problems that I had then now pale in comparison to the problems I have today. But that's okay. A troll losing her hair, Dad said it's okay, we'll just glue it back on. We left in the car, melted off again, we'll glue it back on. when I feel very lost sometimes, I will talk to her. And I say, Dad, I know that you're with me because you have to be. This is a picture of my father. He died from stage 4 colon cancer. And so this battle is very real to me because I don't want to end up like my father, he was passed away April 8th, 2008. Sometimes I believe that my father presents himself in the form of a butterfly. And anyone that knows me knows that I believe every time I see a butterfly, I believe it's my dad flourishing and fluttering all around me and keeping me safe when I'm very, very scared. And sometimes that's a great thing. And some people can think it doesn't make sense, but it makes perfect sense to me. My friend Maria gave me this card, and I have millions of these amazing cards, but these little moments are truly what keep me grateful and keep me smiling. When I became stage 4 and I went from 3 to 4, what feels like overnight, my friend Sarah took me to Sedona, and I remember coming in, and this was on our bed. Well, we each have our own bed, but on our bed. Welcome, enjoy the treats and your girls' weekend. Please let us know if there is anything we can do to make your stay extra special. Something this small is something that these little things I often go through, sometimes just to help me stay, you get little cards in the mail, and it keeps you very grateful. Little butterflies that are sent to you, friends that bring you magnets and remind you what a badass you are. Sometimes you just need these little moments of gratitude. And and this should tell you a lot about how I am, because I just open up my mail sometimes because I don't know what it's going to be. But I have moments where there are days where I just don't really want to take have another chemo day. But then this comes in the mail, and it changes the dynamic of your day significantly. Dream big, Why not? This is my godson, Camden. And my good friend Leah sent this to me, and there's so many blessings that life brings. Because there are so many of these I can go through, but I wanted to bring some props to show you when you're at your worst, maybe you should have a box of hope, because you go through it. I know it is not Christmas, but this wrapping paper works. And you find little notes sent and left on your desk somewhere, and it keeps you moving forward. Okay, so just to give you a little bit of gratitude and information. So, life sometimes means it sucks, because it does. But there's great, great, great moments every day, everywhere you look. I know that, and I believe that wholeheartedly in my heart. I cannot believe I'm this nervous. This is vulnerable for me. This is very hard. When I started my first round of chemo, you get a box in the mail, and it comes in this bag. Caution, chemotherapy. Whew. That's not what you want to ever get in the mail. And you pack all your medications in your little box, and you take 3 in the morning, 3 at night. 3 in the morning, 3 at night. 3 in the morning, 3 at night. Then you go in the clinic and you get a drip. And in between you feel like crap. And that's not fun. But this comes in the mail, so that's not good. But then other great things come in the mail too. So what do I want to choose to see? I'm going to choose to see all the amazing things I have. So this box, this bag, I'm no longer on the oral chemo, so that's a start. So bye. Get out of here. I don't want that chemo anymore. I can't handle that chemo anymore. Becky, I'm sorry to do this, but I need you to stand up here, please, and help me demonstrate my next part of my typical day. Everybody, this is my nurse, Becky. I know, I'm sorry I had to. So, when we're at chemo, well, you know, you sit, right, and you have your port. So, this is my second one. What did we do the first time when we couldn't get blood? Do we remember all that? To make sure we don't have to go through a vein, right?
We worked hard.
We worked very hard. So we would reverse the chair back. We'd put one arm up. We'd cough the other direction.
Do the hokey pokey.
We do the hokey pokey. We'd sit up. We'd squat. We'd get up. Just so we could get some blood return from the port. Because I don't want to go through my veins. And if I did, it wasn't that big of a deal. But that's why we have a port. So we have this inside joke. So whenever now, my second port, whenever we get blood, we call it, it's Christmas. So that means I don't have to get it from my veins. And I just have to say thank you and I love you so much because I couldn't do this without you. I didn't want to call you but Becky, it means a lot to me that you're here today. Thank you. This is what a typical week looks like for me. It's doctor's appointments, it's labs, it's urine tests, it's chemo, it's not fun, it's not pretty, it's not sexy, it's not any of it. But it's my life, and that's okay. I've met the most amazing people along this journey, and I'm very, very, very grateful. Very, very grateful. There are so many people that are here today that I haven't seen in a while, and some I just met today, and again, thank you for being here. I mean, it means the world to me. I wanted to do some demonstrations just to help explain sometimes what my life feels like. You know, in a perfect world where everything feels great and you're having a great day, anything can happen that completely derails you. It takes you off course. Sometimes I have to symbolize things, but life is life, and then, something happens. You didn't see that. That was when my dad was diagnosed with cancer. I didn't see that one coming at all. I was 14 years old when my mom told me at my sister's choir. What was it, Mom? Was it Noshin was doing a choir? We weren't blessed. We don't have any musical talent in my family. So let's just say I didn't want to be there. But I was there, and Noshin was singing, and I was dying, and I was like, it's okay, it's okay. And I was sitting there with my mom. I will never forget. And I said, why is Dad late? Our ears are going to bleed, and we have to listen to this. Where's Dad? And Mom said, Dad just got diagnosed with cancer. I started laughing. Because that's what I do. When something doesn't feel real, I just laugh. That can't be real life right now. That's not real life. I kind of thought Mom was just going to tell me, wait, Dad, cancer? I'm not even in high school yet. Okay. Dad has cancer. I don't think I'm still over that, honestly. 2008, my dad died. 2016, I'm diagnosed with cancer. I was supposed to be in remission in 2017. That didn't happen. In life, we have many, many statuses that we occupy. I am a professor, I am a cancer patient, I am a daughter, I'm a sibling, I'm a best friend, I'm a colleague, hopefully an inspiration, God knows what I am, okay? We all have many statuses that we occupy in our lives. Some of these statuses are acquired, and some of them are achieved. Some are ascribed. A master status is an involuntary status that others may use to judge us. My master status currently is a cancer patient. It is. I don't look sick. I understand that, and that is a blessing. that's also been something that's also caused me a lot of sadness and grief as well, because in our society, if you occupy a sick role, you also need to look the part of being sick. And when you feel sick and you are already having a lot going on, the last thing you need to do is defend your sickness to anybody. Because I don't need to. I'm suffering enough and I don't need to explain or justify that to anybody. Life is Life is always going to bring something your way that you never imagined. Some say it's what you do with that defines who you are. Some say, feel what you need to feel and go with the flow. Some say, shout, yell, be angry, hate the world, or find gratitude. There is somebody that means a lot to me that's here today, and she made me this. And there are some people in life we hope never change. Stand up to cancer. And it has my name on it, and I love anything and everything personalized. Thank you, Lisa, for this. And I oftentimes journal in here. A lot of my Noshinisms, the things that I don't want to change about me, the fact that I am loud, the fact that I am obnoxious, the fact that I am needy, the fact that I am sensitive, the fact that I try to please everybody around me and I don't know how to do that, the fact that I really don't know how to deal with having stage 4 cancer and battling my mortality every single day. I'm not good at these things. I didn't want any of these things. But I'm here today, hopefully to inspire, maybe to show that being vulnerable is okay. It's okay to say, I am blank, fill in the blank. It doesn't mean that anyone has the right to say otherwise. Be who you are. And believe me, I'm trying to take my own advice every single day. I'm not good at any of these things, but I hope to be. I hope to aspire to be. I want to be. And people that also know me know that I have my little props here as well. Sorry. I have this here. Oh. Sometimes when I'm bored, I'm not bored, I have too much going on. I like to research octopuses. They are cephalopods, and they are very smart creatures. These are also gifts, by the way, that I wanted to bring, that have been given to me. These little glass ones, so I wrap them very, very gently. Cephalopods okay, so it's octopuses, it's not octopus. Octopuses are very smart creatures, and they don't live long, actually. They don't live long at all. Depends on which octopus, actually, really, but 3 to 5 years max. Some in 6 months. They don't live long. I've always been fascinated with these creatures because they are actually very, very smart, and they are the master at camouflage, and they can go places and find ways to get into the smallest little crevices imaginable. They are very resourceful. They can build tools and find little homes to survive. They are always trying to make sure that they stay ahead of their predators. And I'm not a shark. I'm an octopus. A very playful, curious, kind, smart animal. I may not live very long, but I'm okay with that too. There's a reason why I've always been very intrigued by these very fascinating creatures. But truth be told, it's because I was watching Baywatch, and it came on Monday nights and at 9, and my dad swimsuits and all these things, and what are you watching, whatever. And there was a scene where, I don't know if you guys remember her, I do. Summer and Matt and Kelly, the surfboard goes into a cave, and there's an octopus that, it's just depicted as a villain, okay? And I was like, I'm never gonna go into an ocean. I did anyways. But then the next week, there was a National Geographic. Of course, that was the subscription my dad had in the house. Great West and National Geographic. And on it was the cover of an octopus. And I go, I don't even want to read about these monsters. And my dad said, why? And I said, well, they're, evil and dangerous and all these things. So he sits me down and we read the section in National Geographic. And he goes, they're actually quite smart and they're completely misunderstood by our society. And I said, well, that's not what Baywatch said. And I realized, okay, we are very much a product of what we see, the information that's given to us, especially when we're not allowed to watch something. We want to watch it even more. So I learned, okay, maybe I was wrong. And who the heck is Baywatch to tell me what an octopus is like? And I became very fascinated with these creatures. And I've learned a lot, and my friends can attest to this. I love my marine biology, specifically octopuses. Cephalopods, they're not mollusks, they're cephalopods. It's from Greek, body and head. So, just so you know. I'm just very fascinated with them. But now I'm trying to think differently. Maybe I'm not an octopus. Maybe my cancer is just a representation of not living a long life. And maybe this whole cancer stuff is just going to be it's just a glimpse of my cancer. That's what it is. So I can be fascinated with these creatures, and they're smart and wonderful, but it's simply a short span of what this hard time is. And that's what I'm going to choose to believe. But I'm still always going to love them very, very much. Because that's who I am. Some people ask me sometimes, what I do, just look good still, thank you, God. I'm grateful. If you really want to know what I've been doing lately, my friend Julie made me this. I love things that are personalized, by the way, I just do. It makes it feel more special. My dad played a percussion instrument known as the santur. This is one of his sticks. It comes with two. And whenever we would drive anywhere, we'd be sitting in the car, and he'd always, I would not play the santur for you, but I do know a couple songs. And he would always perfect his ability to, I don't even know, I don't have any musical talent. But we'd be in the car all the time, and we're just, the Rafieeis, we just multitask. We can't waste time. So we're sitting there driving, or you did, sitting there driving, and he's like, practicing his santur. And I'm like, sometimes you drive with, with his knees. I'm like, what are you doing? But he's always, in my, if I bring down my visor, there's, I've got, right now I actually have nothing in my car, but he had his santur sticks up here. So if he's behind, when he would bring down his visor, he would just be like, ooh, red light, because Noshin was in the car and I wouldn't let him. So he'd be like, see? So then he would be starting to do this. Sometimes, when I'm at my worst, what I do is I just, you can call me a freak, that's okay. I'm proud of it. I sit. I have a pair of my niece's socks because I love her very much. And the fact that someone's foot even fits this right now is just like cuteness overload. Some pieces of jewelry, depends on my mood. that I put in my cup, but it depends on the day. But usually it's very simple. I just sit and I say, okay, Dad, whomever, life sucks sometimes. It's not easy. It's really hard. I really need a break. I really need a break. But it's going to be okay. Because there's been so many blessings that have come along the way. And that truly humbles me. And I say, Dad, you were very strict. You made no sense. You always had to be right. I was right too. I know I was. But that's okay. Please watch after me. And sometimes when you say, or you said that you were sensitive, I wish you said that more often, because that wasn't something to be ashamed of. Isla, you are my world, and you're not mine. I didn't, give birth to you, but you are the blessing of our family. My friend Kelly got me this ring, and it's, pigs can fly. Who knows? You have to stay, you have to believe that maybe they can, maybe they do. Naughty made me this bracelet that I believe was made with love, that I hold on to. My colleague Jennifer Strickland, who helped me become very empowered about my liver, sent me this in the mail, and it has my name on it. I feel very grateful for her for that. I'm a Leo, and I'm proud of that. And my friend Shadi gave me this bracelet on her wedding, and this was a very important day for me because I would not miss it. So it depends on your mood, or my mood. And this is just some inspiration maybe that can help you. So that's not really a secret, it's just gratitude. You just read the things that people, and you shouldn't. But sometimes when you're lost, it can help to have reminders. And when my friend Julie made this for me, she said, you are very happy, you are Noshin, you have good integrity, you give love. And I said, yeah, I do. I do. Thank you. So just say thank you sometimes, and I move on. With that said, let's just take a little break, because I needed to just start and be heavy, and then I can do the second round a little bit more serious and more professional.
We can go to the other room for refreshments.